Hi, I'm Madonna Guy from New Leaf Natural Therapies, and this is Sinoux, and we've been getting some questions about what kinesiology is, but more specifically about some of the weird little things people see me doing in these videos. So we thought we'd answer a few of these questions. So for starters, muscle testing's been around 60, 70, 80 years, something like that now. It was a whole bunch of chiropractors in the States who sort of started it, but it's now become an entire science out there, and you can do kinesiology for anything. So you can do it for spiritual work, you can do it for structural stuff, you can do it for emotional stuff, you can do it for brain integration, you can do it for checking with allergies and intolerances and whether foods are adding energy to your body or taking energy away. You can use it to check for supplementations, what supplements your body's going to absorb and what your body isn't. So there's lots of stuff you can use it for. So we quite love it, and because we've been doing it for so long, I suppose we have actual total I have total faith in kinesiology because I've been doing it for over 20 years. So a couple of the little questions we've been asking. Firstly, with my finger modes. Someone called them little rabbit ears, which I thought was funny. But one of the things that started about, 30 years ago was the fact that there was a belief. And once again, it doesn't actually matter to me whether it's a belief or whether it's the truth energetically, because for me, if I learn that my fingers mean different things and I'm muscle testing through different finger modes and I'm getting a change in energy, that to me is something I know, so therefore it gives me a pathway to move forward on. Does that make sense? Yeah, so for example, I'm going to make sure that Sinoux's arms are working properly. So hold up, nice and strong, beautiful. So they're locking. That's called a locking kinesiology. If I confuse the muscles and switch down some energy, hold up, nice and strong, they're unlocking. Now, one of the things that I've done is put my feet together and put my feet apart. That's called stacking in kinesiology. So while that unlock of the arms is, so while my feet are apart, her arms are going to keep on locking as long as my feet are apart, because I've stacked in the unlock. Now if I put my feet back together again and hold, and now they're locking again, because that stack or that save is gone. You have to think of it like a computer where you forgot to save the darn file. So that's exactly what we're doing with stacking in kinesiology. So for example, if I'm going to just ask the body if there's anything that we could do some work on at this moment. So I'm going to use my finger modes to see if there's anything active. So firstly, just with the arm, hold, that's a nice lock. Now I'm going to go through my fingers one by one. This is structural mode. Okay, so there's something structural we could do. Hold, that's, okay, so the second one's okay, that's personal ecology. Hold, that's the third one, that's emotional. Hold, that's the fourth one, that's spiritual. So the two that are unlocking is this one, that's structural, and the fourth one, that's spiritual. So I know energetically there's something that we could do either spiritually or structurally. Probably they're connected as a possibility. So let's have a look. If I then use this little arm, so I'm going to use this as Skippy arm. So basically it's going to be a lock, and it's only going to move a fraction. So if I ask this body to give me a lock, give me an unlock, give me a lock. So it's basically only moving the tiniest little amount, but I can feel it. And to be quite honest, that's the most important thing, because if I can feel it, then I can feel when a change is happening in Sinoux's body. So for a start, what I might do for simplicity is ask the body to show me a structural problem through a meridian, because then I've got some acupuncture points that are all over the body that I can use. So if I touch those, so this is giving me a lock. So the arm's giving me a lock. So this relates to central brain, governing, which is the spine, lungs, heart. So, okay, so that's sex. So that's the circulation of the sex hormones. It's the pericardium meridian, and there's two major muscles that there's several things we can do, but I'm going to check two major muscles. The glute medius muscle on the outside of the hips, and I'm also going to check the glutes. So they're both very much linked in with the pericardium meridian. Okay, so hold the leg out, Sinoux, and that's unlocking, and hold the leg out, and that's unlocking. And now I'm going to check the glute muscles, leg straight, and hold up. and hold up. So now this could be both structural if those muscles were unlocking, but it could be spiritual if something spiritual in Sinoux's world or history or past is affecting something that affects those two muscles. So you can imagine there's a connection quite often. Nonetheless, in good old Touch for Health, which is a basic kinesiology course that teaches so much, we know that if we rub these spots on the fascia lata, we rub these spots on the inside of the legs and in the lower back around the sacrum, we know that those spots add energy to those two muscles. So we'll see if it's made a change. Hold out, that one's much better. Hold out, that one's much better. Lift up, and hold up. Now, with finger modes again, there's more you can do. So for example, this here is asking more. So it's my two fingers on the side of my thumb. So if I do this and the muscle unlocks, it indicates that, okay, yes, this is locking, but there's more that can be done. So let's just have a look. Hold, and it says yes. Now this one is more of the same. Hold, nope. This one is more of something else. So there's more of something else that can actually help it. So if I do that with these muscles, so I've got the more mode on, if I recheck the glute medius, hold out, and there it goes again. And hold out, so I've still got the finger modes on, and the glute maximus, hold, and the glute maximus. So that collapses them all again. So once again, I'm going to go through just for fun and check the 4 finger modes. So structural, hold, personal ecology, emotional, spiritual. So this time something spiritual is showing up. Because I know that part of the body, so we've got the glute medius muscles as well as the glute maximus muscles, I know they're related to the base chakra, so we'll just check some chakras just for fun. So I'm just going to point to the chakras, and once again I'm just getting yes, no answers with the skippy arm on the side. And they're all saying that's okay, that's okay, that's okay, until I hit the base chakra. Now the base chakra, I'm going to stack it, so this is a save, so I'm stacking it in. So I've put my feet together and pulled them apart, so now that's stacked in, and we see what the arms do. And hold, now they're unlocking. So I know that the base chakra links in with the adrenal glands, so I'll stack them in and hold. And I also know that the base chakra and the adrenal glands are linked to the sphenoid bone, so I'll stack that in as well. So that's a combination of energies that work together. See, I'm automatically going to the amygdala, right? So in another process called LEAP, which is a brain integration process, I've gone into the nuclei in the brain called the amygdala. And then in that amygdala, there are some points that I double check for to see what emotional gear is activating the amygdala, which is often the seat of our fight and flight response. And when you've got base chakra stuff going on for whatever unconscious reason, that unconscious brain has gone, life isn't safe. You know, let's keep our vigilance going. So there's pleasure reward centers being switched off in relation to that base chakra not being as strong or as solidly energized as it should be. Getting into some spiritual stuff, sorry about that. Anyway, so I can't help myself but to go to the amygdala. I find this area so crucial for getting people over anything stress-wise. So once again, we'll stack them in, the base chakra, the adrenal glands, the sphenoid bone, and each time I'm putting my feet together and feet apart, stacking that information with each of these points, and hold. Now that's locking. We'll see whether it's a true lock or whether it's an overlock. So I'm trying to switch it off and hold, and it's still locking, which means it's actually second stage stress. It's overworking. So we still need to do something there. So once again, I'm going to ask more. So it's saying, yes, there's more of the same, more of something else. So once again, it wants more of something else. So it doesn't want the same chakra. So once again, we'll go through our little finger modes again. Is it something structural? Is it something personal ecology? Is it something, okay, so this time it's showing up emotional. So it's the third one. Hold, okay. So, any inkling Do you have anything? It's okay if you don't.
Not at the moment.
No, that's okay. It's showing up that there's a flower essence that would be beneficial. Okay, so the energy of both Boab for family stuff and fringed violet for old traumas to the psyche. So we'll just see which one's the priority. So now here, you as the kinesiologist, you can tell the body what you want. So what I'm going, say it out loud, what I would normally say in my head. I'm going to ask the body to give me an unlock if fringed violet is the priority flower essence. Hold, no. I'm going to ask the body to unlock if Boab is the priority flower essence. Hold, okay. So Boab is the priority flower essence. Once again, I'm going to go into the amygdala. So the amygdala is that part of the brain where we've got 1/500th of a second to consciously, logically, and creatively respond to a crisis. Otherwise, we whip into fight and flight. And this is an escape submission. So this little acupuncture point here in the amygdala, so this is a meridian that feeds the conscious brain. And that meridian has got 24 points. And this point down here, in relation to the amygdala, relates to escape, submission, freeze, the brain wanting to run away. And what I'm waiting for is a pulse. So I'm waiting for that energy to feel energized, which it is coming around now. So once again, I'm going to stack these in. So I'm going to save, stack in the base chakra, stack in the adrenals, stack in the sphenoid bone, and hold, and it's locking. Once again, I'm going to unlock the muscle to see whether it's a true lock or it's an overlock, and hold, and now it's unlocking, which means it's balanced, because all muscles that are locked, if you tweak them, they should be able to unlock. Sometimes they can't because they're overworking. Oh, what? Yeah, right. That's a Bodytalk thing, by the way. So there's a group of kinesiology processes called Bodytalk, and Bodytalk saying, okay, brain, okay, heart, this is what we're dealing with, or okay, brain, okay, heart, we're after your energy to help us find the solution here. There's a lot of little things we do, isn't there? And same with that. That's okay. So these little finger modes, that's double hidden, double suppressed. So it's like I'm saying, don't you hide from me. I want to find the pattern at its deepest possible so that I can start to help it to heal. So yeah, there's lots of little finger modes that I do quite automatically that I've just added into my regime over the last 20 years. So yeah, double hidden, double suppressed, amygdala, stack it in. Okay, so now once again, we'll go back and ask more in relation to the glute medius and hold, beautiful. More glute medius, beautiful. And more for glute max, and more for glute max. So now at the moment, those muscles are balanced. Cool, thank you.